Welcome to the Fulfilling Leadership Podcast, where we empower leaders for fulfillment and success. I'm your host, Ricardo Onat, a leader with 30 years of experience, including 5 in the military and diplomatic security services. Please join me as we explore the transformative power of effective leadership. Together, we're going to uncover strategies, share inspiring stories, and unlock your full leadership potential. Get ready to lead with purpose and make a positive impact. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Fulfilling Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Ricardo Onat, and I'm thrilled to have you join us today. In this episode, we'll be diving into the fascinating world of intermittent fasting. As leaders, we understand the importance of taking care of ourselves both physically and mentally. And intermittent fasting has gained significant attention for its potential health benefits and its impact on overall well-being. But what exactly is intermittent fasting? How does it work? And what are the potential benefits and challenges associated with the popular eating pattern? These are just a few questions we'll be exploring today. Join us as we'll be sharing valuable insights, practical tips, and debunking common myths surrounding this topic. What is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is a dietary pattern that involves alternating periods of fasting and eating. Throughout most of human history, access to food was not abundant and readily available as it is today. Our ancestors had to rely on hunting, gathering, and farming to sustain themselves, and these methods often involved periods of scarcity and limited food availability. In the hunter-gatherer societies in the past, food sources were unpredictable and could vary depending on factors such as seasonality, weather conditions, and success of hunting or searching expeditions. There were times where our ancestors would go for extended periods without finding or catching enough food to meet their nutritional needs. These forced them into a state of fasting where their bodies had to adapt to survive without regular meals. During these periods of fasting, our bodies underwent various physiological changes to ensure survival. For example, the body would tap into its stored energy reserve, primarily glycogen, in the liver and muscles to provide fuel for essential bodily functions. Once these glycogen stores were depleted, the body would shift to utilizing fat stores as an alternative energy source. This ability to switch between different fuel sources such as glucose and fat is an evolutionary adaptation that allowed our ancestors to survive during times of food scarcity. It enabled them to maintain energy levels and cognitive function even when food was scarce. This metabolic flexibility is still present in our bodies today, and intermittent fasting taps into this natural ability. From an evolutionary perspective, intermittent fasting can be seen as a way to align our eating patterns with our ancestral heritage. It allows us to mimic the feast and famine cycles that our bodies have evolved to handle. By incorporating periods of fasting into our modern lifestyles, we can tap into these evolutionary adaptations and potentially reap the associated health benefits. In today's modern society, we are fortunate to have access to food at any time of the day. However, this constant availability of food has led to a shift in our eating patterns, with many individuals consuming meals and snacks throughout the day. This constant intake of food does not provide our bodies with sufficient time to burn stored fat effectively. When we eat, our bodies release insulin, a hormone that helps regulate blood sugar levels. However, when we eat frequently, our insulin levels remain elevated for extended periods. This chronic elevation of insulin can lead to weight gain and contribute to the development of various chronic diseases. The constant intake of food and the resulting elevated insulin levels can disrupt our body's natural metabolic processes. When insulin levels are consistently high, our bodies prioritize storing excess energy as fat rather than burning it for fuel. These can lead to weight gain and an increased risk of obesity. Moreover, elevated insulin levels can also contribute to insulin resistance, a condition where our cells become less responsive to the effects of insulin. Insulin resistance is a key factor in the development of type 2 diabetes, as it impairs the body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels effectively. Additionally, chronic elevation of insulin has been associated with inflammation, which is a contributing factor to various chronic diseases such as cardiovascular disease, certain types of cancer, and metabolic disorders. It is important to note that while the constant availability of food and elevated insulin levels might contribute to weight gain and the rise of chronic diseases, individual factors such as genetics, lifestyle, and overall diet patterns also play significant roles. Adopting intermittent fasting as a dietary approach can help break the cycle of constant food intake, allowing our bodies to have periods of rest from digestion and promoting fat burning. However, it is essential to approach any dietary changes with caution and consult with healthcare professional or registered dietitian to ensure it aligns with your specific needs and health goals. For many parts of my life, I have struggled with my weight, facing challenges that affected both my physical and mental well-being. The COVID-19 pandemic brought about additional stress and disruptions, leading to a significant weight gain that left me feeling awful both mentally and physically. The excess weight took a toll on my energy levels, self-confidence, and overall outlook on life. It was a difficult period, but also became a turning point for me. During this challenging time, I decided to explore different approaches to regain control of my health and well-being. That's when I discovered intermittent fasting. Adopting intermittent fasting as a lifestyle change allowed me to break free from unhealthy eating patterns and regain a sense of control over my body. As I embraced this approach, I started to notice positive changes. Not only did I lose weight that I've gained during the pandemic, but also experienced increased energy levels and mental clarity that I hadn't felt for a long time. Intermittent fasting became a powerful tool in my journey towards better health and overall fulfillment, and it's now an integral part of my identity. What are the benefits of intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting has been reported to improve cognitive functions and mental clarity. By giving your body a break from constant digestion, intermittent fasting allows your brain to function optimally, leading to increased focus, productivity, and decision-making abilities. These can be particularly beneficial for leaders who need to make critical decisions and navigate complex situations. Intermittent fasting can help regulate energy levels throughout the day. By optimizing insulin sensitivity and promoting fat burning, intermittent fasting provides a steady and sustainable release of energy. These can result in increased productivity as you'll experience fewer energy crashes and have more consistent energy levels to tackle your leadership responsibilities. Intermittent fasting has been linked to improved mood and emotional well-being. The metabolic changes that occur during fasting, such as increased production of ketones, can have a positive impact on brain health and neurotransmitter balance. These can help reduce stress, anxiety, and promote a more positive mindset, allowing leaders to approach challenges with resilience and emotional intelligence. Intermittent fasting has been associated with various physical health benefits, including weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, and reduced inflammation. By incorporating intermittent fasting into your lifestyle, you might experience weight management, reduce risk of chronic diseases, and improve overall physical well-being. These can contribute to a healthier, more fulfilling life, allowing you to lead by example and inspire others to prioritize their health. Intermittent fasting requires discipline and self-control, as it involves consciously abstaining from foods during specific periods. By practicing intermittent fasting, leaders can develop and strengthen their self-discipline, which can extend to other areas of their lives. This commitment to personal growth and self-improvement can enhance leadership skills, foster resilience, and inspire others to adopt healthy habits. Academic research. While there is limited specific academic research on the benefits of intermittent fasting specifically for leadership and fulfillment, there are studies that highlight the potential advantages of intermittent fasting in related areas. Here are a few examples. A study published in the journal Cell Metabolism in 2017 found that intermittent fasting can enhance cognitive function and improve memory in mice. While this study was conducted on animals, it suggests the potential for similar effects in humans, which could possibly impact leadership abilities and decision-making skills. A research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism in 2016 demonstrated that intermittent fasting can improve energy metabolism and increase fat oxidation. By utilizing stored fat as energy source, intermittent fasting may provide a sustained release of energy, potentially enhancing productivity and performance. A study published in the Journal of Nutritional Neuroscience in 2019 explored the effects of intermittent fasting on mood and emotional well-being in healthy adults. The findings suggest that intermittent fasting might improve mood and reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. These emotional benefits can contribute to a more fulfilling and balanced leadership experience. Numerous studies have investigated the effects of intermittent fasting on weight management, insulin sensitivity, and inflammation, which are all important factors for overall physical health. For example, a review published in the New England Journal of Medicine in 2019 concluded that intermittent fasting can lead to weight loss and improvements in metabolic health markers. While these studies do not directly focus on leadership and fulfillment, they provide insights into the potential benefits of intermittent fasting on cognitive function, energy levels, emotional well-being, and physical health. By extrapolating these findings, it is reasonable to suggest that intermittent fasting may have positive implications for leadership and fulfillment. Inspiring stories. The co-founder and CEO of Twitter and Square, Jack Dorsey, has been known to practice intermittent fasting. He has mentioned in interviews that he follows a strict fasting schedule, often fasting for 22 hours a day and consuming all his meals within a 2-hour window. Dorsey attributes his fasting routine to increase focus, productivity, and overall well-being. Mark Zuckerberg also has been reporting to practice intermittent fasting. He has mentioned in interviews that he typically fasts until late afternoon and consumes his meals within a specific time frame. Zuckerberg has credited intermittent fasting for increased mental clarity and improved decision-making abilities. A renowned author, entrepreneur, and investor, Tim Ferriss, has experimented with various forms of intermittent fasting. He has shared his experiences and insights on intermittent fasting in his books and podcasts. Ferriss believes that intermittent fasting has helped him maintain high energy levels, enhance cognitive function, and optimize his overall performance. The founder of Spanx, Sarah Blakely, has mentioned in interviews that she practices intermittent fasting as part of her daily routine. Blakely credits intermittent fasting for increased mental clarity, improved focus, and sustained energy throughout the day. She believes that fasting has positively impacted her productivity and success as an entrepreneur. Here are some practical steps to introduce and practice intermittent fasting. Choose a fasting method. There are several popular intermittent fasting methods to choose from, such as the 16-8 method, fasting from 16 hours and eating within an 8-hour window, the 5-2 method, eating normally for 5 days and restricting calorie intake for 2 non-consecutive days, or the alternate day fasting method, fasting every other day. Select a method that aligns with your lifestyle and preferences. Start slowly. If you're new to intermittent fasting, it is best to start gradually. Begin by extending your overnight fasting periods by delaying breakfast or having an early dinner. As you become more comfortable, gradually increase the duration of your fasting window. Stay hydrated. During fasting periods, it is important to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water to keep your body hydrated and help curb hunger. Listen to your body. Pay attention to your body's hunger and fullness cues. Intermittent fasting should not be a restrictive or punishing experience. If you feel excessively hungry or unwell during fasting periods, consider adjusting your fasting schedule or seeking guidance from a healthcare professional. Choose nutrient-dense foods. When it's time to eat, focus on consuming nutrient-dense foods that provide essential vitamins, minerals, and macronutrients. Avoid binging on foods that are high on carbohydrates to maximize the benefits of the fasting. Maintain a consistent schedule. Try to establish a consistent fasting schedule that works for you. This can help regulate your body's internal clock and make it easier to adhere to your fasting routine. Be flexible. Intermittent fasting doesn't have to be rigid. It is okay to adjust your fasting schedule to accommodate social events, special occasions, or personal preferences. The key is to find a balance that works for you and promotes a sustainable and enjoyable lifestyle. Monitor your progress. Keep track of how you feel during fasting periods and any changes you notice in your energy levels, focus, or overall well-being. This can help you assess the effectiveness of intermittent fasting for you personally. And lastly, to fully embrace intermittent fasting as a sustainable lifestyle change, integrate it into your daily routine and make it part of your identity. Set a specific fasting schedule that aligns with your lifestyle, commit to it consistently, and remind yourself that intermittent fasting is a long-term commitment to your health and well-being. By making it a habit and part of your identity, you'll find it easier to stick to your fasting routine and maintain your progress over time. With patience and positive mindset, intermittent fasting can become a natural and fulfilling part of your daily life. As leaders, it is crucial to prioritize on our own well-being and optimize our performance to make a positive impact in our personal and professional lives. Intermittent fasting offers a unique opportunity to align our eating patterns with our evolutionary heritage and tap into the potential health benefit it might provide. Now, it is time to take action. Reflect on the insights shared in this episode and consider how intermittent fasting could fit into your lifestyle. Start by choosing a fasting method that resonates with you and gradually incorporate it into your routine. Remember to listen to your body, stay hydrated, and focus on nutrient-dense food during your eating windows. And most importantly, be flexible and find a balance that works for you. As you embark on this journey of intermittent fasting, keep in mind that it's not just about the physical aspects, but also about the mental and emotional well-being that can be enhanced to this practice. Embrace the opportunity to cultivate self-discipline, improve focus, and foster personal growth. We encourage you to take action today and explore the potential benefits of intermittent fasting for your leadership journey. Embrace the challenge, be patient with yourself, and observe the positive changes that might unfold. Remember, small steps can lead to significant transformations. Thank you for being part of the Fulfilling Leadership Podcast. We hope this episode has inspired you to prioritize your well-being and explore new ways to enhance your leadership and fulfillment. Until next time, keep striving for greatness and making positive impact in the world. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Fulfilling Leadership Podcast. We hope that our exploration of fulfilling leadership has inspired and empowered you to make a positive impact in your own leadership journey. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our podcast and join us again for future episodes. Until then, remember to lead with purpose and make a positive impact. Goodbye and take care.